Hello and welcome, everybody. Hi, Tanya. Tanya's here with me. How exciting! We're having some beautiful weather here in Adelaide, and oh my goodness, and the Southern Lights on Saturday night. Everybody's raving about that. I can't believe I missed it.
It was beautiful.
I know. It looks like, anyway, I'll have to just enjoy everybody's pictures. And so, anyway, we're going to get on to tonight's topic, which is about time freedom and financial freedom and health freedom, location freedom, all of those freedom words. And we're going to talk about a way of doing new business online with a social media training online business. And so I'm just going to throw these glasses on, got a few notes here just to say. So we are sort of starting our slides with what sort of a life do you want? And are you really happy with your life where you are at the moment? Sometimes we say we are, and if we really thought deeply, we might be saying, well, yeah, if I had a chance, if I was given $1 million tomorrow, I might choose something of a dream to spend that money on. So most people in the world have a lot of time but don't have the money. And that's where that's sort of the bracket of which I fall into, as I have a lot of time freedom, but I don't have the money to really, do the things that I want to do in my life, have the things that I'd love to have. Or with the other way around, I've got lots of money, I'm working very hard in a business or work and got no time to do those things that we love to do and spend time with our family, etc., or go traveling or whatever it is we want. So we need to really sit down with ourselves and be, first of all, quite honest about what it is that we really, really want to have in our life and what we truly want for our future, right? So one of the questions we get in business a lot is like, what would be the line in the sand moment for you to change your life? And if we really sat and thought on that one, we'll go, well, this is what it would be. I would need to move away from the job I don't love, and then create, the passion or the service of which I want to take to. So that's sort of, some people like, want to go traveling, go caravanning, which is something that you did, Tanya, isn't it? You went and started doing caravanning, and you had a business pro forma or a platform of which you were able to back off of to allow you to have all that time freedom and the money to do it as well. So I'm just going to let Tanya talk a little bit about her story or a backstory about just how she created that time freedom and that financial freedom and actually health freedom through the water.
Absolutely, yeah. And this is also sometimes about looking at how do we speak and reframing what we say and think and all sorts of things. And for me, that's been the big journey as well. So just to step back, so we always talk about what are the pain points that most people feel in life at the moment, and that is, I don't have enough money, or I have plenty of money and I don't have enough time, or my job role is creating burnout. A lot of people I'm talking to at the moment are experiencing workplace bullying and harassment. I've experienced it to the full extent.
I have too.
Yeah, I've had some shockers in the last few years. Even while we were traveling, I experienced a couple of bad ones, and I was just like, geez, this stuff still exists, and some of the people that are just starting our business at the moment are experiencing it to the full extent at the moment. And I said, you know what, give it a kick in the ass, go and find a job that you actually enjoy doing for a little while until this really kicks off. So my husband and I, back in 2010, probably back in 2006, we made a decision to go overseas for our first sort of overseas trip. We went to New Zealand for 6 weeks and had a lot of fun in traveling. And we went, geez, we should buy a caravan. And, one day down the track, we'll start caravanning. Well, anyway, the idea was set and off we went, and we bought a caravan in 2010. And the reason we did that also was because my spine was pretty knackered. I'd already had 2 spinal fusions, and we were really worried about, well, what if one day I can't walk again. I was told that after my first surgery, I'd be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. So we kind of just went, okay, let's buy a caravan, let's do this. And you know what? After we planned everything, we put everything in a shipping container, threw it on a friend's farm. My husband is one of these people. He's always been a surveyor and he's an architectural building designer, kind of a bloke that sits behind a computer desk all day, has not a big personality, but he has a big personality, but he doesn't think he does. And I had to pull his feet out of the ground just to get him to go for travel for a year. And that was quite frightening for him. And you might find the same thing. This could terrify you to think, geez, what if I just drop everything, quit my job, pack everything up and travel for a year? Could you do it?
Yeah, well, that's right. A
Well,
lot of people probably couldn't.
probably can't.
Yeah.
And we probably couldn't do it at that time either. We didn't really have the funds in the bank. So we thought about, well, let's sell a house. We had 3 contracts fall over the house in 3 months. And we were like, oh, what's the universe telling us here? And this is where things happen, sometimes. So we made a decision not to sell the house. I've had a beautiful home in Cairns. And so we rented it out. And that was a massive change for us because our house was a lovely resort style home. We didn't feel it was for the rental market at all. And that even stepped us out of our comfort zone going. So quickly we had organised that because we had our trip planned and Dale had the date booked and he had somebody backfilling him for a year. So he took a year off and they backfilled him for a year. So we ventured off and we went for 5 years. And this was the beauty of the realisation of what really is out there and what life is all about and what is actually possible. And we just had no idea what was going to unfold. And we realized that we could do whatever we wanted and we made more money while we traveled. We did contract work, we house sat, and we came back and we ticked the bucket list off on everything. We traveled overseas. We bought a house here in Harndorf in 2013 because we went and did our tax and the accountant said we were making too much money. And we just did contract work, which was great because contract work pays big dollars. So if you're stuck in a job role right now, I'd say ditch the job role, go and find some contract work. And that could be maternity leave contract work or things like that. And they pay a lot more money. And this enables you to shift and change. So when we came to the last we realized traveling costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And traveling around Australia, even though we free camped everywhere in our caravan, we fished all the time because we love to fish and we love to have a cold beer in the hand. It still cost us around about $50,000 a year between 2010 and 15. And if you think back then, petrol was probably around $1 a litre. It was a big price change. Now we're hitting, we were looking at some of the worst places when we were traveling was $2.50 a litre. So now that would be $4 a litre. And you can imagine paying that kind of price. So I would safely say now, if you had the plans to travel around Australia nowadays in a caravan and free camp like what we did, I hate being in a caravan park, you would safely need to say it was going to cost you $100,000 a year. And that's just going to a caravan park once a week. This is free camping, staying stations, just your food, your insurances, and things like that you need to, and your petrol. Petrol is very expensive. So we sat down, we thought, all right, we want to continue to do this, travel around Australia, but we would like to travel around the world and not have the worry about money. So we started asking people while traveling, what do they do? How do they earn an income while they're traveling? And a lot of them said they had an online business back then. And this had the FOMO thing, the fear of missing out. Oh my God, what can I do to start looking at how do I get an online business? So I actually spent 5 years looking into all the different online businesses that there were around out there. And I actually couldn't find anything that was even worth looking at. So I came out of an education training background. I'm a chef by trade, but I was looking for something that really was tangible products, a really good business service, and was something that I could, actually go and do or try and sell or promote or whatever. I didn't know what it was going to be.
And
So
you looked at a lot of different ones, didn't you?
a lot.
Yeah, and crypto and everything.
Everything. I've dived into all of it.
You did.
And so, yeah, I'll tell you about that because I lost a lot of money. But, like I've lost money even in a restaurant. Like my last restaurant when I was in my mid-20s, we lost it. We lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. I went completely broke, belly up, and basically bankrupt and had to start again. But that teaches you a lot about life, a lot to realize that what you will not risk again and what you won't lose and what you won't look at. But I did dive into the crypto space in the last 2 years, and I've put quite a bit of money into it because I had plenty to play with. But I've learned a lot that there is everything out there is pretty much a scam. So unless you're willing to actually trade the market yourself, do not touch anything that somebody else is going to try and put you into. Steer away from it. Keep your money in your bank. Go and buy a house and put the money towards that. So anyway, get back on track. We're going to show you what I found.
Yeah.
Now, I put a post out on social media, and I was at burnout stage in my job. As a manager at TAFE, I was working 60 hours a week. I was totally burnt out. I started at 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't leave work till sort of 6 at night, 6 days a week. And I was exhausted, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. And I stood outside and I wished for something to happen that would change my world. Well, that was the second time I did that. And that brought me to my second total and permanent disability because I had another major accident at work. So this really forced me out of my job role and into this. So I was looking for the right thing. So we're going to take you through the right thing that we know is really good. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about affiliate marketing today, because what affiliate marketing is nowadays is becoming the multi-billion-dollar industry to be in. And I've done a lot of research in this, and I've now been doing this this is my 6th year. So I started looking into this in 2018. And I went all in 2019 because I thought, this is it. This is something that everybody needs and wants. So this is a product that a 10-year-old child can use. I've got an 86-year-old coming into the business and has no fear around what we're doing. So this shows
You're
the
never too old to learn.
never too old to learn.
That's
So,
right.
and I started with no social media presence. Now, I know Trish, when I showed Trish this, she's pretty damn good out on social media. But I said, what if we could tweak everything for you, add a little bit more spark into your social media, learn how to, build, scale, and grow on social media. And also, what if we can grow your audience? What if we can learn to automate your business a bit more? But what if we can generate a higher income for you? So
Yeah,
this is
and
where
the
it came
thing
together.
is, I'm on social media like a lot.
Yes.
And yeah, so I have actually learned quite a bit from what we're about to talk about, this academy, because yeah, I sort of out there doing a lot of stuff, creating lots of posts and sort of going nowhere, on the little treadmill going around and around and around, who is actually watching and seeing all those hours I've put into those Canva posts and things like that. And, like I've got my L's on, I'm really just learning about this, but I have noticed a difference, and also comments from people around me, friends and stuff, going, there's something different about your posts lately. Angie was saying that last week. She said, I said, better or worse? And she went, no, it's just a really different energy. So that says a lot, and she was meaning better, of course, but yeah. So
Yeah, that's really good. And this is the feedback, because people will sit and watch and for years to come. So we take people on a journey of, also when people first start this, like I have a lot of new people starting at the moment, and I say to them, share the journey, share what you're learning, and talk about the fear that this brings up, because this brings a lot of fear up. And the entire academy has been designed to break the fear and to bring you out, but take you through a journey. This is a journey about sowing the seed, build the tree, harvest the tree, as they say,
yeah.
and grow, And this is one people have, all my friends now have seen, every year they come back and they go, geez, it's so amazing to see how much you've grown and that kind of stuff. And what we realize is we have so much to give people and so much to share and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, and
anyway,
that's
so
true. I
affiliate,
mean, I've
did I?
I've actually noticed you in the last year, like with your lives, and you're amazingly talented, So I'm heading that way. Yes.
So they're all just random, just random things. I'm just being myself. And so when I launched, I actually had no social media presence whatsoever, didn't even have an Instagram account. I only had 100 friends on my Facebook page. So I told my family and friends what I was doing. because I'd done multi-level marketing over the years as well. And so I said, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to step into high-ticket affiliate marketing. And they just were like, what's that? And I said, well, affiliate marketing this year is, and this year it's a $230 billion industry.
Wow.
That's huge. That's massive. So this is something you need to take very, very serious, because this means what we have here is a products and services that everyone needs and wants. And that's what you want to be involved in to start with. Once you get this really well, the right mechanics of the business, you can add other products and services into business. But we always say, take your focus off all the other shiny objects, focus on this and learn this well. Be supported in a community of amazing entrepreneurs that come together to deliver this great training. And if you could learn this in pockets of your time while you're still working, this is what you need and want. Because over a period of time, as people continue to come on your page, and this is organic marketing strategies, people continuously coming on your page going, oh, I love what you do. I love your posts. Or the first people that come onto my page for the first time go, oh my God, I feel like I've known you forever. I said, great, that's exactly what you're meant to feel. So we're in the art of attraction marketing and making people feel things on social media and that kind of stuff. So shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to take you through what we call just the slides to talk to you about what it is and what it actually looks like. So we're going to talk to you.
Hey, who are those two gorgeous ladies?
These are us gorgeous women. So the great part about it is, Trish and I met online because I can't even remember the first time we met. And then I went to some of your sound healings, and then we started catching up and going out for lunches and coffees. And I just shared what I've been learning and showing Trish. So we're going to show it to you today. Here we go.
Thanks.
So we're going to talk about marketing. Now, when I came out of the industry working in education and training, for 20 years, I've worked in food manufacturing as well, done a lot of sales and marketing. I've been in business development, selling training courses to companies. This is exactly the same principle. So marketing is really interesting to know, how do we master it and how does that actually all work? So when you come into the academy, it's been designed for the people. We first take you through a launch your business section in the first 30 days first.
And that will be just
and that is just to set your business pages up, your personal pages and things like that, because 99% of people, even if you are highly skilled like Trish was, we take you step back, because you often could be missing a lot of stuff. So it's really designed very well in that first 30 days. But after you've done that, then you can come into the different training programs in here. And in particular sections of your time, you'll learn different things. Marketing's huge for sales on social media, because what we do is when we attract people through us in storytelling, you get to understand how marketing actually really works. So you can see in here, it's all designed different sections in here. The videos are all different time frames. The first welcome one goes for 11 minutes. Then we talk about being visible on social media, how to have eyeballs on your offer, which for Trish, this worked really well because her offer is her healing sessions. It's the programs that she runs and that kind of stuff. So the focus was on that. But for me, my focus is on this because I had nothing else to do. I was looking for a service to go and promote. This is an awesome service. I drop people in here every day of the week. It's something that people need and want, which is great. Everybody for the first time needs to learn copywriting, content writing, how to do pitches and how to do all sorts of things. And this is where you come and learn it. One of the biggest conversations that I pick up in Facebook groups these days is for business owners, whether they're, marketing house companies, whether they're a plumber or a real estate agent or a coach or a healer, whoever, or just someone like me, is learning the organic strategies and how to do live stream videos, how to understand lead generation in a business, because social media is open 24/7. And this is really understanding that when we put really good content on social media, we can actually understand how that works really, really well. And inside the academy, you're going to see that there is a masterclass vault in here. So I'm just giving you a quick view on this. The masterclass sections are held every second Thursday at 11 o'clock Queensland time. This is an Australian-built social media training academy, as well as with another partner from Canada, but it's also a global business because there are global entrepreneurs that come in here and deliver training programs in here, which we call masterclasses. They go for about an hour and they deliver strategy and content about building your social media and everything that you need to know. Instead of spending hours of time wasting it watching YouTube videos and jumping in other people's Facebook groups and wondering, are they giving you relative content or is it good? Does it actually really work? You don't need to do that. You just spend your time in here and you can come back and watch this. Even people who are wanting to build their websites for the first particular time, Asher Hearn does collateral training on building websites, designing them all for free. So why spend money when you can actually come and learn all of this? And also you can actually be on these masterclasses, which is really exciting and a lot of fun. And then if you miss them, they're in the vault. You can just watch it whenever you've got time. And the great part about it is some of these in here, you can come back and actually watch them 3 or 4 times. Sales sounds like a dirty word for
Well, but
some
we're
people.
always selling ourselves all the time. Like,
Yes.
when I look at my sound therapy, it's my passion, it's my vision, it's my purpose, my service. But I still, without me actually letting people know about what I'm doing, will they ever know where to find me?
Yep,
So
exactly.
it's
No
not a
one would
dirty
know.
word. It's just letting people know who you are and what you're doing and how it can help them.
Yeah. Sales is service. So can you still see the sales sign up there for me, Trish?
Yes.
Sharing screen, that's all right. Just checking that out. So sales stuff for some people is an icky thing if you've never done it before. But what we show you with social media, it's done in such a different way where we attract people to us who ask, what do you do? How can I learn this? Can I do this? And we take people through, a lovely buying process. We answer their questions, we show them, we actually give them an opportunity to come and experience and see this, and you're mentored as well. So this is a great service that we do, and you can do amazing training sessions in here and learning about heart-centered sales. We don't do that horrible spammy messages in messenger chats like a lot of people do, and they think that's okay. It's not. And so we show you how to do this very powerfully on social media, and it's a lot more fun when you know how to do it really well. So soulful sales, we teach you about the heart-centered sales. There's a whole vault. I listened to it again yesterday just to refresh my mind because I was telling Trish about how really good it is to be a part of this community of amazing entrepreneurs from all around Australia. We all started the same thing. We all started at the same level. We all came in and started with nothing. And now all these guys are coming out and sharing the experience with the masterclasses as well. So you can see all the different types of speakers that are coming in here and explaining and doing masterclasses, talking to you about how, customer service really works really well when you know how to do this. So we sell without selling because what we're doing is just educating our audience. And then people come to us and ask them how we can do that. Storytelling is the biggest component of what we do on social media. And we get that right, it's just like magic.
Yeah,
People
and
come to
like
us.
we were talking about the day about Tarek, he's an amazing speaker, as
Mm,
is all of them. Like it still blows my mind how much learning and how many masterclasses are on this actual platform. And
mm,
like you've always got something there, money mindset, and they all keep you uplifted
mm,
and in a positive frame because we can so quickly slip back.
yes.
Any minute we can slip back. And so just listening to these, I listen to them on my walks in the morning, and
Mm,
it just
very
keeps,
inspiring.
yeah,
Mm,
it inspires you, it keeps you motivated. And and that's not just, we were talking about this last a couple of weeks ago, but the 80% is all inner work, probably even more than that. And 20% strategy really in any business or in life. So
mm.
it's a great, great academy for that, great learning training area for that.
Yeah. Would you like to talk a little bit on the money? The money, the books we read and everything else that we do?
Oh, well, I'm a badass at making money. I've listened to that on audio books. That was really, really cool. And she does a few badass. I'm just a badass, and I quite like that. But yeah, the money mindset is just really getting you out of that lack and not enough sort of mentality. And so, yeah, I've really found that it really helps me a lot, because with money, it's a bit of a tricky thing. You know, you can get really caught in that feeling like you're in a state of lack. And so, you know, to be listening to that, it gets it out of that belief system, that unconscious stuff where we just run on automatic and believe that, you know, we don't have enough.
Yeah. We're taught bad things from childhood often,
Oh,
or, you know, that ingrained thing that goes, you know, generational stuff that's embedded in as well. But yeah, one of the things my grandparents taught me was to work hard, put the money in bank, and, you know, never spend it. And one of the things that, you know, Trish and I are very big about is frequency, like the frequency of everything. Money is exactly the same. It flees the market. Like you see the stock market going up and down, and that is everything around frequency. If the news is bad, money flees to the market. If the news is good, it comes back in. And it's very much the same in our bank account. And was one of the things that I've learned really well in the books that we've been given to read to really get you in that mindset of understanding the frequency of money, how to love it. And one of the things we get people to do, we love doing money challenges. So this could be another thing we do another night, Trish, is take people on the money journey. And it's about a 2 to 3 day session, sort of half an hour. And what we do is we get you to write your letter to, you know, why things happen in your life around money. And it could be a lot of bad things sometimes, or just things that have caused problem in your life. So I've had a lot of bad things happen in my life with money. But then now I've learnt how to release all of that and call that in. That whole flow of everything is so different, you know. And I get up and do a money dance, and I do that. I love money and money loves me. And 2 times a day, I have different frequency messages on my phone that reminds me about the frequency of money. And then all of a sudden, like every day, I have money that flows into my bank account every day now. It's just like, oh, it's so exciting.
yeah. And
Really
you know, like,
exciting.
so money is energy, really. It's just
Mm,
another form of energy. So, you know,
yeah.
people say to me, you know, how much do I have to pay to come to an event? And I said, well, it's a money is the exchange I get for the time that or the energy that I'm putting out as the
Mm,
service for you. So, you know, when you look at money as an energy and has its own a vibration and frequency, and
mm,
learn to love it rather than think of it as something evil or whatever we were,
mm.
you know, brought up to believe.
Yeah.
Mine was about not enough, because my parents, even though I never really heard them talking about not having enough money, I felt the energy of that around them,
Mm,
because they were always struggling. And
yeah.
so, yeah, it's so interesting just to really
Mm,
like have a sit down and look at your life and go, yeah, that's true. You know,
mm,
my mum used to say that, or my dad did, and look what I'm doing now.
yeah.
You know, I
My
see it
parents
as
are
it
the
is.
same. Yeah. I remember mum used to threaten us when we were kids, and with our toys, and we didn't really have much toys. It was just like tennis balls, never had dolls. I never got to have Barbies because we couldn't afford it. But the toys that we used to have, mum used to say, if you don't clean your room up, the tax man's going to take your toys away.
Oh,
And she used to terrify us with that. And so, yeah, I had a lot of bad ingrained money stories through my family. So I've learnt to let them all go. And I've done a lot of deep spiritual healing work around that as well, and had all of that removed, and amazing stuff. Like,
yeah.
I was not a woo woo person when I came into this business, but oh, fuck, I am right now
Well,
because
you
it
know,
really
like
works.
I really, you know, people say woo woo, but actually, what's more woo woo to, you know, like I think it's more a a stronger and better
Mm.
way to think that way than it is the other way.
Absolutely, yeah. Which leads us right into this next one,
Yeah,
is the inner work.
absolutely.
So,
Perfect.
and Trish has done a lot of inner work with me, and I've met a lot of other people also in the academy that I actually have done a lot of inner work with as well. I've experienced lots of different modalities and different people, and this is what's been great. a lot of people, when they come into a business or in social media for the first time, and this could be a business owner who is struggling to grow. And funny enough, I've been having a lot of marketing companies come to me lately that are having struggling and not growing anymore. And you would think that they would be the best in the business, but it's interesting. So when I talk to them a bit more deeper around marketing, are they being seen themselves? And they're like, oh, I could never do that. And I said, you are the brand of the business, not your company, not your business. You as the person are. So you need to be seen more. So this is a fantastic masterclass vault that's been designed around the 80% inner work for people and taken through that journey. And this is what Trish does with her clients so well as well, which is good because now she also has another place for those people that are really ready to break free of different things in life, can actually now come into here and just really expand on that. And so this was one thing I loved it when I talked to Trish. I said, Trish, what you have here now is another thing that your clients will need and want, because they're ready to take open the door of what can life really be about. And the inner work section in here is all about self-love, breaking fear and anxiety. So they've got hypnotherapists in there that do anxiety breaking of fear and barriers about being seen. The biggest thing always comes down to is self-love. Isn't it, Trish? What do you reckon about that one?
Totally. I think self-esteem, self-love, the inner work is so powerful, and it's why it's actually been a driver for me since my 20s, doing inner work and self-reflective work, self-development work. And it's not, by any chance really that now that's really what I love, to take people through that process as well. But that was sort of one of the reasons I really love the Freedom Era, because of the fact that they have this inner work in there, because it totally resonated with the stuff that I like to actually coach or mentor people with. And like you said, it's just another string to my bow, that I can actually help people to go in there and listen to these amazing people. I mean, you're saving so much money from going to a therapist, really.
You are.
Because
Oh,
it's
it's
so
interesting.
much
We're saving
easier.
money, but yeah, you'll go and spend more money because in this, the whole concept of different things continuously changes. We keep breaking our thought process. And I remember I got 6 months into this business, and I started thinking about, oh Jesus, what my fear, everything just sort of came up. I was a really confident businesswoman. Like, I was a manager of a super portfolio in Cairns TAFE with 110 staff across 12 sites. But when I came into this, it was just like, "Ooh, oh," and I actually shut everything off for a week, and I sat outside and I thought, what if? What if this really skyrockets, and what the hell am I gonna do?" And, and then all of a sudden things just started dropping into me that week, and I thought, "Oh my God, I could actually launch a Facebook group," because that was part of one of the trainings. And then I thought, "What do I do that about?" And then all of a sudden I thought, I just got to focus on what I know. And I've met so many companies and businesses all around Australia. And I thought, I've helped businesses grow, scale up through training. This is exactly the same thing. And I thought, oh my God, I actually have the best tool in my hands. And that's how I bring people into sort of things as well. So when I meet people like Trish, this works really well. But for Trish, this is another one that helps her clients solve a lot more problems, breaks fears and barriers, helps them earn, a great income, then changes people's lives. Literally does. It's absolutely phenomenal, and it changed my life immensely. So quick look at the inner work. I probably should have shot these slides across first, and just looking at how to, to seeing all the different people like Luke Hawkins was just fantastic about unleashing your unstoppable confidence. Because every time I see people for the first time come in here are usually really introverts. And in 12 months, you can see how people stand in their power and they feel confident. They start talking confidently, just even in general life. And some of the women I've met in Adelaide that are doing it, and just seeing them in 6 months and 12 months and just stand there and go, wow, how amazing it is to see people shift and move and change and grow, and do all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. So
leaning into their fear.
Mm.
And, you know, you feel so amazing. You feel so proud of yourself once you actually get over some of these hurdles. And
Yes.
like you just never stop learning. You know, it's been my love to do it for myself, to learn for myself about self-development stuff and I'm constantly doing work on myself and I still get tripped up. So, you know, I think I need to just absorb into this over the next 6 months and
Mm.
beat those
I love
demons.
Yeah, I absorb myself into it. But, you know, like this comes second to because I care for my parents and Dale's parents. My mum's in aged care, and we've got 6 parents that are quite frail that we look after. So they all come sort of first in the day. We get all that out of the way. And then I spend some time in here every day to inspire myself. You know, I've done so much personal development, self-development all throughout my life and my career, but this is next level stuff. This is really like taking you outside your square of everything, outside your circle of everything, and just really understanding that you are who people are attracted to.
And
And
these
that's what it is.
world-known entrepreneurs that are coming in here, and we're getting it, you know, for what they would charge for just going and listening to one of their master classes alone has probably paid for this Freedom Era platform.
Yeah, and we're going to run through the prices anyway, so and that kind of stuff for you too. So, you know, what if you could change? Like, what if? And a lot of people say, well, what if it doesn't work? I said, well, that'd be you just giving up. If you don't give up, it's a matter of when. And we
Yeah.
see it all the time, like every day, people coming back and saying, thank God I never gave up and I just persisted and followed the training. I'm a product of this academy 100%. All I've done is follow the training, stay consistent, follow it all the time. And the training we get in here is exponential. And at the moment, we're doing Facebook ads training, and it's unbelievable. That's where nearly all my business comes in nowadays, from Facebook ads. People watch me do a story, watch some posts, talk about my traveling, what we have. They just come through an automated process, and this is what we have. We have full automation. So,
and that's exactly the other reason I came in on this, and I because I've been in many multi-level marketing and affiliate marketing spaces, and having it automated. Yep, thanks. I'll put my hand up for that.
Me too. Yeah, I've done lots of holidays now, and this just keeps people keep coming in. I don't have to be a part of it. So we'll talk quickly about that before we finish up. So you can just see some of the topics that are covered off in there. Now, leadership is a really big thing. Now, whether you're a business owner or not, leadership might be part of something you need to know. But then as your business grows, in this section in here, we teach people how to actually be leaders in their business, because it will come at a stage where your business is going to grow out of control, and then you will actually be able to hire other people to help you, like VAs or other, you know, people that might be your friends or family, that you can actually pay them to, and you can pay them whatever you like, you know, because you will have an abundant amount of money coming in. And this is what I have. I have, you know, more money than I'm earning now than I could possibly imagine. And I could not do that in a career-based job. So this is where we take people really outside that sort of step in there. So there's a lot to learn, a lot to see. This is a social media training academy, which will take you through a very specific process from start to finish. It's a social media training platform. It changes very quickly. So it's always current and up to date, and it's been designed for the people. So all the content and everything in there is actually designed for you to take out of there and implement into your business. So if you already have a business, this is perfect. If you don't have a business and you're like me, this is awesome. So you get to learn everything from start, and we support you as well. And we also offer you free mentorship. So the cost to start today, the Academy currently, as of today, offers a $49 US introductory cost for you to come in for the first month. So it's no contracts on there. So you can just come in for a couple of months and have a look around, see if it's for you. We have a high ticket affiliate offer in there as well, which generates an incredible income. And it's something that everyone needs and wants in their home. So we'll give you the opportunity to come in and see that and experience it, because this is a fully automated business, which means we're not in sales calls. Now you can pay monthly or you can pay annually. and you can go in and you can go out. There's no contracts on this. So this means this is simple and it's easy and it's fun. So what is it? So $49 for the first month, then it rolls over to $99 per month. So if you just want to use it for a few months first before you make any decisions, you can. A lot of people who are in a business are also looking for a good tax deduction. So for $897, which is about roughly 13, maybe 1400 Australian dollars, depends on the currency rate on the day. That's roughly what it is. So you can save a lot more by paying annually, and that will lock you into making sure that you follow the training. There's always amazing things on every week, and we really get you involved. And there's also a community page as well, where you can actually go and meet people from all the areas as well where we all are.
Yeah,
So
they're a
that's
great
really,
community.
yeah, fantastic community. And that's a great thing is we all support each other and help each other as well. So that's sort of giving you a bit of an overview, just a little snip of what the academy looks like. Because when we want to show you what the academy looks like and experience that, we want to just sort of show to you that it has a fully automated system in here as well. So what I might do, Trish, if you're okay with that, is just
Yeah.
give the people a quick look on how it
Yeah,
works.
no.
Because what I do is I actually run a Facebook ad, and people hit a link, and this is what affiliate marketing is. We have specific coded links, which means they can hit a post, which we have on social media. So I can be in bed, asleep, and somebody from the other side of the world, because we have a global market here. We don't just sell to family and friends. We don't do that. We have a global audience. So when we run ads out on social media, my ads are only spending $3 to $4 a day. So it's really cheap. You can spend as much as you like a day, but I have just consistent ones ticking over, and it brings me in leads every day. So they can hit this. A fully automated system means that they come in here, they watch the welcome video. Step 2 is do the discovery process, which will explain the academy, how to use it, and the business that's in there. They can have a call with the sales team. They've got a free 45-minute conversation with the sales team to ask them any questions, which removes them away from you and me if they don't believe what we do and how awesome this is. And this means that I could be off on a holiday, off mobile phone coverage, and this is what I wanted because Dale and I love to travel off grid. So this business works so well for us because we've just been on our 10th holiday. We ran a launch, we were offline, and we weren't on phones, and people followed the process. So they came in, they booked a call, the sales team, they said, a couple of them said, oh, I didn't have enough funds, to want to do this. And the sales team said, that's fine. We can organize finance for you. So how cool is that? So this takes away the expectation. If you really want to powerfully start a business online, the money's not the problem, because this is a business that's going to generate you money no matter how long it takes you to get it off the ground. If you follow the strategy and stick to the first 30 days of launching your business online, we'll have you launched in a couple of weeks, and we take you through the strategy. So it's simple, it's easy, it's fun, and it's a replicatable business model.
Yeah.
So this means that
fantastic.
no matter who comes in it, they can follow the process, and we should be all doing the same thing. And then the next thing is they follow this bit says launch the business. It takes them in through the 30 days of launching their business online. So we set your pages up for success. We understand how it all works. We have lots of events, so I won't go through all of those, but you'll see up the top there says we take you through launching a business. Then the masterclasses in here. These are all vaults with loads of videos in it. There's enough to take you more than you won't get through it in a year. I can guarantee you that. But you can choose what you want to learn. So some people might not want to know what TikTok is. I hate TikTok. I don't do it. A lot of people love it, So there's training in there for everything. And the great thing was I didn't even have an Instagram page. So I was able to just follow the training in here. And this is the vaults where all of those videos where we're talking about. And then we have an affiliate center up here, which means I can promote through my advertising links everything. Lots of different webinars. We have checkout links, which means we've embedded those into our ads, and people can hit a link, come in here, get started, have a sales call, and I'm not even part of the process. So that is what is a really amazing business. Then we have a resource section in there. They give us all the resources, the graphics, the content, the copywriting, the videos, whatever we want. It's a fully done for you business model. That's the great part about this business. And everything also, when a person hits a lead, I'm going to actually show you this because, or maybe I better not, because there might be personal information on it. But in the lead section, if a person hits any of my links out on social media, it generates and records them all in here. So I can see all the different countries around the world. So if you would like to see this on a private Zoom call, happy to show you that. But we can guarantee you that that allows us to track and record all the people that are watching webinars. We then send them a lovely personal message and say, hey, Trish, you've just watched a great webinar, and then we would love to invite you to come in and experience this. No obligations. Have a look and see for yourself. If you don't like it, leave. If you love it, like we did, go all in, have a call with the sales team and see where this leads you, because
Yeah.
we're just giving you the opportunity to see it.
Yeah.
So that's all I'll give you, Trish. Just a quick tour.
No, I think that's really great, because that lets people see what the actual platform looks like on the screen. And I guess at some point we might need to be good to do something on the commission so that people can actually see what's possible.
Sure, I can show you that. Just give me 1 second. Have you got something you want
Because,
to chat with while I find that slide for you?
because the part of the commissions is pretty amazing. Like I've seen, and that's the thing with high ticket affiliate marketing, is that yes, the actual product that you have is a high price, but the commissions that go with it. And with this, it's like you can head to a legacy. It doesn't matter. You don't, because you don't sell on, that you slip back. You don't, because some of those companies you do. If you don't keep selling and keep selling, you slip back. You always stay at the same level that you're at. And then, the more sales, obviously, like any of these affiliate marketing platforms, you then obviously go up in ranks. But the amount of money that you can create very, very quickly with a product that's so well known and like 50 years, experience behind it, is pretty incredible. And so I've gone in for both of those. I've gone in for the product and the Freedom Era, because I love the automation that went along with that for the affiliate product. Yeah, I think it's pretty incredible what you can, and you can even lead up to what they call legacy, which means that you start getting bonuses regularly every month, continually, for the rest of your life, without having to sell on you. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you've retired, the money is still coming in, and also it can be left to your children, and that's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's a willable business. So if Tricia was to pass on, she's about to update her will. So she needs to write the distributor IDs that she has in her will. And that can be passed down on any family member. And they have a 500-year vision in behind that. So that means they can be handed down generation after generation after generation. They just have to receive the money. So it's pretty awesome. And this has just happened to a lovely lady a couple of weeks ago. The group just came on and did a call about this. Was a lady had actually started this business a couple of years ago, and she'd only just brought three ladies into the business, and she found out she had cancer. She did pass away, I think about 6 or 12 months later. And she had 4 children, I think it was. So the 3 ladies that joined up actually made a decision to get right on board and build this business, because they knew that they could now support the children financially. And they've done that extremely well. And this is what's great, is those kids never have to worry about an income. So I'm just going to quickly show you and just explain to you what a compensation plan is for high ticket affiliate marketing, because it's not until you see this and understand the size of the income that we can earn. And it's quite substantial. So with high ticket affiliate marketing is finding products and services that people need and want. Now we are in this product is around the direct selling association globally, which means they sell direct from a manufacturer to a person's home. So there is a warehouse facility in pretty much every state and country around the world nowadays. And these are around water ionizers. You're probably hearing more around hydrogen-rich water being the buzzword out on social media. You're going to learn all about this in that first 1.5 hours when you're in the academy. So we're not going to go through that today. But I'll show you how much we can earn.
Or watch last week's webinar.
Yes. Watch last week's webinar, which we did on the water. So just looking at what is the basic minimum sale. Now, this will actually change next month because the prices are changing, and manufacturers nowadays are bumping their prices up a bit because they're moving away from opening shop stores and utilizing us through affiliate marketing to be able to sell their products and services. So even like I said, at the moment, it's a $230 billion industry. They reckon for the end of this year, it'll be $240 billion industry. So now's the time to be getting on it, because in the next couple of years, this is really going to, increase more and more and more. So yeah, get out of that FOMO thing and just get started. So minimum you can make on a sale here is $365. Whereas you look at multi-level marketing, you'd have to sell about 100 items to make that $365. But that's your first sales in there. Once you've got your first two sales locked in, you start earning $730 for the next couple. But I brought Trish in, and then Trish comes in and does a couple of sales. So we can add you a video underneath here around the compensation plan once this goes on social media so you can watch it, because this is an eye-opener. And now I'm at the high-level rank in my business. I'm a 6A, a 6A plus going through in there at the moment. So I earn on what you see a quad buy. Most people come in and buy a quad, and that's one water filtration system for the home, two shower systems usually, or they might buy two K8 systems. So I have actually two kitchens in my house. I'm a bit unusual, but we have a unit and we have a main kitchen up the other end of the house. So I have two water ionizers, one on either end of the house. And I also have two shower systems. I have one on either thing, because the shower systems are amazing. So it really just takes that mineral spa to a whole new level, and your skin will be amazing. So
I've only just got mine put in the shower on the weekend. And that's one thing I really actually have noticed. I've only had like, what, 3 showers or whatever since Sunday. And my face, I just touched my face on it. I thought, I'm sure
feels
my face is
amazing.
really soft. It's really soft. And you can't smell
Hydrating.
the fumes of the chlorine when you're showering.
Takes
You
all the
really
chlorine out
notice
of the
that.
water. Yeah, it takes the chlorine out of the water and the impurities. It's amazing. Like I was in the heated pool today, and I actually don't have a shower there. I come home and have a shower because this Anespa actually really pulls the chlorine out of my skin. Like it's incredible. Once I've had a shower, I can't smell the chlorine in my skin. But if I have a shower at the pool, I still stink of chlorine. It's amazing what it does. So if we're talking about, so at the moment, if I do a quad sale, I don't make $4,500. I actually make $7,500. So it's a lot higher than these figures are actually showing on here. But this is the minimum what you make per that kind of thing. So some people may start the business just on one product. So a product could be a shower system, depends on a financial stretch, or a K8 as well. So K8 is the flagship model of the K or water ionizers, and that's okay as well. So I started originally on a trifecta like Trish did, and within a couple of months I actually invested in an extra few machines, and I've just also purchased a commercial one as well, because now we're entering into really talking into the commercial market. And in Australia, we're in an untapped commercial market. We've not sold really any here yet. So we have a huge sector here that we can touch into. So if this really excites me, if you guys want to have a look at something that's going to generate you the most incredible income you will ever have, but it's going to create a passive income for life as well. So this is just the basic start. We also have like different compensation graphics also for every other country. So that's for New Zealand. So just slightly different. This one is also for US dollars. Now, the great thing is when we get paid our bonuses, we get paid bonuses as well. We get paid in US dollars, which is even better for us in Australia, because that means we get more money in our pocket. So we've got for Europe, euros as well. So these will change as the 1st of June. So what we can do is just shoot those out to you if you actually wanted to, as well as Canada. So that just gives you a little bit of an insight to the size of the money that we make per sale. So that is it is a game changer, is an eye opener. So Trish, I would recommend when you post this up, I say to them in the comments underneath this video today, we will add you in the compensation plan video, because it's a cumulative sales. So it's not about me selling 100 water ionizers, although I've done that. It's about, theoretically, if you only ever sold 6 to get to 6A, that's all you need to do. So you just need to find a person in each of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 distributorship lanes. Every distributorship lane is an individual distributorship lane as well. So you could have 10 or 20 people sitting in each of those lanes also. So then we start earning and generate multiple streams of income as well.
Yeah.
So a lot to learn. We don't overcomplicate it. We want you to just come in and see it and experience it. And
That's right. And I can send you out the link, and you can just have a look. It's money back guaranteed if you do it within 2 weeks. So if you let them know within 2 weeks, or like say after the month, you can stop it or continue on just to keep it having a look around the Freedom Era. So it's just an amazing coupling up. I love that they've created it for that, but it also is a great learning platform for any other business as well, and teaching about the social media tricks.
One thing I forgot to add, the best part about all of this, it's 100% tax write-off, and that's pretty much all countries around the world. It is here in Australia. Because this is a business setup cost. So it wouldn't matter if you're a plumbing business and you bought one machine. The one machine or each of the machines comes with a global distribution rights ID. So that means that you can write this entire distributorship business off on your tax 100%. Because a lot of people go, oh, do I just write 20% off? I said, no, it's the whole lot. So does that change the conversation for you that this business is potentially, it's free? So, coming towards end of financial year right now, if you're watching this before, in Australia, our end of financial year is end of June. If you're looking for a tax offset right now, this is a great time for you to add this into a business or starting a business. So for me, if I started the business now and, I just left my job, I would have to wait till next financial year, which is fine because I can roll it every year until I make enough money out of the business to then write it off. So that is, you can roll it for about 3 years, as far as I know from what my accountant said. So, and the great part about it is I sign everyone up as a distributor if I'm just selling them a product anyway, because their circumstance might change in a couple of years, and then they're going to be able to say, well, I've actually got a business that I can start. So interesting opportunity. All the social media academies, 100% tax write-off as well. So, yeah. Thanks, Trish.
No, that's really good. Thank you so much for sharing all of that, and I hope you've enjoyed that talk we've done, and come on board and have a look. It costs you not much to take a look.
Just the checkout link underneath as well, so they can just hit the link and come in and get started.
So I encourage you to do that. And next week we will be looking at storytelling and building your brand online, because I think that's really interesting, and I think people get a bit caught up in that as well, thinking that they have nothing to tell or share with people online. So we'll do a little section on that next week. So thank you very much for listening and being here. Thanks, Tanya, for all your wisdom as always. And I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.